Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Please like and subscribe because today I'm going to give you one of the greatest opportunities that any person has ever presented on YouTube in human history. This opportunity with a quantum computing stock will make billionaires. Freaking billionaires, but only if you get in this stock now, if you invest your money in this stock now, you will make an absolute fortune like you've never seen in the world. You'll make Elon Musk look like an absolute brokey. Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to cover a hot stock in the stock market called IONQ Incorporated. And I'm extremely bullish, and I've considered selling half of my portfolio, which isn't a boring index, and piling into this company because the returns have been astronomical. And if you extrapolate those returns, your mind will explode like a watermelon falling on a rock. So let's go check out IONQ stock. So here's IONQ Incorporated, okay? In the past 5 days, it's up 2.39%. Boring. In the past month, it's up 48%. And year to date, it's up a meager 267%. Everybody's talking about Palantir. Everybody's talking about big tech. Nobody's talking about IONQ. So what does IONQ do? IONQ Incorporated engages in the development of general-purpose quantum computing systems in the United States. It sells access to quantum computers of various qubit capacities. My schlong is like 20 qubits. That's pretty big. The company makes access to its quantum computers through cloud platforms such as AWS, Amazon Braket, Microsoft's Azure Quantum, and Google's Cloud Marketplace. Now, the reason quantum's going crazy is because Google just released this amazing new invention called Willow, which makes quantum computers viable. That's right. Go look up Google's Willow. Google is at the forefront of helping us develop functioning quantum computers. And when we get there, do you think potentially IONQ, which is already in the quantum computing industry, could potentially benefit from that? Well, this stock has gone up a lot, and, I think it's going to go up a lot more. So let's see. We got a $10 billion market cap. We got trailing revenue of $37 million. So what is the price to revenue, price to sales of this company? Let's go look. Price to sales of 270. Okay, I mean, you may say that's crazy. All right, you're basically paying $270 for $1 of revenue. That's revenue. That's at the top of the income statement before any expenses. But guess what? We're factoring in quantum levels of growth. Okay? So it's only 270. Not bad there. Okay? Not bad. Let's see. Let's go look at some other metrics. And it's got trailing net income of $171 million loss. So they generated $37 million of revenue last year. And they only lost $171 million. Now, you may be a hater and say they're losing money. They're losing money. Oh, my God. They're not profitable on the accrual basis of accounting. But let me show you what is profitable. The stock. That's why accounting doesn't work in stock investing. Okay? So if you wash out of accounting, you could still be a good stock investor. Let's keep going. Earnings per share of negative 82 cents. For every share you own, you lost 82 cents in the last year. But that's in the past. Remember, investing is all about the future. Beta, 2.49. What is beta? It's a measure of volatility. The higher the beta, the more volatile it is. So if we go through a bull market, which we're in right now with Trump, and you invest in a beta stock, high beta stock, your returns will be astronomical. Go look at the S&P 500 or VT compared to this. Okay? Let's skim the financials a little bit more. So, revenue. We can see explosive revenue growth. Year over year in the last quarter, it grew 102%. Okay? These kind of computers could potentially break Bitcoin. These could elevate us into a level 10 interstellar species. We could ascend into godhood if we can master the quantum computer. And you don't think a company associated with godhood could potentially lead us and lead you to that status? You could be a god before everybody else. Okay, so revenue growth is absolutely explosive. I'll give it that. Okay, let's look at the gross profit margin. Pretty decently profitable. So gross profit is your profit just from selling your items, okay, before research and development, selling general and administrative expenses, interest, and taxes. That's your gross profit, okay? So if you sell a car, the revenue you get for the car minus the cost of the car is your gross profit, as an example, okay? So the higher the gross profit, the more likely your future bottom line profit will be higher, right? So their gross profit is pretty solid, okay? But we got some work here. They got some other expenses going on. Their operating margin was a cool negative 428%. Now, you may laugh and say that's massively unprofitable, but you're not laughing at my stock gains. Now, this is a massive improvement, okay? So we're edging towards profitability. We're only at negative 428% operating margin. That's the profit before interest and taxes. Just a couple of years ago, they had a negative 10,739% operating margin. So do you see the improvement? Do you see the trend? Yeah, where do you think the profits are going to go in 10 years? Long-term buy. Profit margin, roughly the same. Free cash flow margin, negative 185%. I mean, okay. Let's look at cash flow. Is this a cash flow positive business? From an operational standpoint, it is not, okay? In the last quarter, this company burned $19 million of cash. $19 million in a quarter. The quarter before that, they burned $26.5 million of cash from operations. That's their core business. So this is a cash burning business, but when the stock goes up and you buy the stock, the company is able to issue more shares and generate more cash. So by investing in this company now, you're subsidizing the company's future by giving them cash at high prices. So you should definitely buy this stock because it fortifies the company's balance sheet. If they're not issuing stock, I'm going to be upset with this company. Okay? Capital expenditures, not that high. So if they can get their operating cash flow to be positive, I mean, this company could be astronomically profitable. Now, how are they keeping afloat? Well, they've issued shares. Okay, they're giving out shares. Don't worry about that now because share issuance is free. There's no cost to issuing shares. You get ownership of the company and the company gets cash. You can't lose. Okay? So, overall, we can see that, all the value investors, they'll look at this and they'll say, oh, it's overvalued. It's not generating profits. It's got negative 480% operating losses. And it's got a price to sales of $270. So you're paying $270 for $1 of trailing revenue. Not profitable. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? But I want to point you to something interesting. Long-term investment, remember. So I pulled up this MIT Sloan article. Okay? Sloan is one of my boys. Let's read this blurb right here. The current field of quantum computers isn't quite ready for prime time. I've done some research and watched some YouTube videos, and I happen to disagree with this. McKinsey has estimated that 5,000 quantum computers will be operational by 2030. I wonder what company's going to benefit from this. That's only 5 years away. But that the hardware and software necessary for handling the most complex problems won't be available until 2035. Investing is about the long term. So there's really not an operational functioning quantum computer that can really do complex things, right? But the price action of this company is justified because by 2035, only 10 years away, guess what? Quantum computers will be functional and solving complex problems. But you want the profits now because you're an accountant, okay? You want to see the profits now because you're a little bug. You're an insect. Whereas I think in the long term. And as a long-term investment, if you can hold this for 10 years and ignore the noise, guess what? By 2035, This company is going to have massive market share. Trillions of dollars will be funneling through IONQ. Don't worry about the losses. If you buy the stock, you're giving the company cash at these huge valuations to keep it afloat. Okay? Yet organizations need to start thinking now about where they might leverage the technology to solve real-world business problems. Duh. Some companies have already expect to invest more than $15 million annually on quantum computing. I bet you every freaking company is going to invest $15 million. And where do you think it's going to go? Okay. So I pulled up their SEC documents, and I want to look at these risk factors, and I want to alleviate some of these risks. Let's talk about this. We are an early stage company and have a limited operating history, which makes it difficult to forecast our future results. They've been on the market for a couple of years. Okay. I don't want to freaking hear it. We have a history of operating losses and expect to incur significant expenses and continuing losses for the foreseeable future. The market knows that. Duh. Okay. When you first start a business, it's going to lose money. Doesn't matter. Okay. You got to think long term. Our estimates of market opportunity and forecasts of market growth may prove to be inaccurate. Yes. You know why they're inaccurate? Because they're underestimating their market share. Okay? They're underestimating it. The quantum computing industry is competitive on a global scale, and we may not be successful in competing in this industry or establishing and maintaining confidence in our long-term business prospects. What other competitor is there in quantum computing? Google? Come on. Interesting. So, they're required to put this wall of worry on here. They're required to put this wall of worry. But if you have a long-term mindset, guess what? You're going to be fine. As a matter of fact, if they're issuing a bunch of shares, let's see how much cash and cash equivalents they had. So, as of the third quarter of 2024, before the stock price ran up, they had $365 million of liquid capital. Liquid. And now they're going to raise a heck of a lot more. They could have billions on their balance sheet and fortify their balance sheet until quantum computing becomes a thing in 2035. Okay? So don't be a little insect. Don't be a little value investor. Don't be a little accountant. This company is the future. This company will survive for a long, long time. And when quantum computing becomes a thing, you're going to be a billionaire. And your brokey little friends buying index funds are going to be selling their you-know-whats. Okay? Let's do some comments. Now, before we get into the comments, I want you to check out my tax preparation services. I'm a certified public accountant, and I do business and personal taxes anywhere in the United States. See the pinned comment at the conclusion of this live stream. You can book a free consultation with me. I'll talk to you for free. I'll give you an upfront quote for your taxes. And if you refer people to me and they pay their retainer, you get $50 off your tax preparation fees per referral. But your fees can't go below zero, okay? Free consultation. Anywhere in the United States, business or personal, S corporations, C corporations, partnerships, LLCs. I do it all. I can do your personal taxes too. Okay. All right. First, what do I win? A free tax consultation. Sasha's in the house. I invest solely in cheek clappers. Martin Shkreli is down 50%. Oh, yeah. Shorting the future. Good job, Martin. You should have stayed in jail. I am thirsty. Oh my God. Stairmaster, baby. I am intelligent, so instead of bionic, I shorted it. Much better. Andrew, you're betting against the future. What kind of analyst are you? AI was the future, but quantum computing. Exactly. AI's dead. Quantum is now the thing. But he still outperformed VT massively despite. I'm sure he did. Let's see. Oh, we got some hate on Capital Mindset here. Uh-oh. So Gil says, Mr. Laser Eyes, Oh, that explains why all the accountants in Capital Mindset don't know how to value B. Is that BlackBerry? Maybe I'll do a video on BlackBerry. I might be bullish on it. Let's see. H-1B workers will be replaced CPA even faster than AI. Yeah, we'll see about that. Somebody's mocking me about Palantir. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of hate in this comment section. I'm about to start crying, guys. Quantum computers plus Tesla Optimus means humans will be useless. All you need is IONQ and Tesla stock. Robots, quantum computing. Where do you think we're going, people? Gil, you should do a live. He's scared. He's a little scared baby. I'm scared of strong man. Oh! Oh, man. He's more of a baby than my children. Oh, he's got better things to do, bro. He's got better things to do, bro. Like, clip his toenails. Oh, I'm going to report you, boy. All right, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you want to go all in this stock? Or are you a little bit nervous about the massive losses that this company is incurring? But remember, this stock has outperformed VT. And therefore, if you buy this stock, you're beating the index. Seems pretty simple to me, guys. Anyway, like, subscribe, book a free tax preparation consultation. I'm a CPA. Before I get outsourced by quantum computers, I will do your taxes for you, and I'll probably charge a cheaper rate than your CPA because you know where my office is? Right here. You know how many employees I have? 1. That's right. I'm the man. I'm your man. Have a wonderful, delicious day. Cheers.